Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. I'm at Coverings the second day of the show, and I'm with Karin Fendrich, who is the COO with NTP, which stands for National Trade Productions, and they're the company that does coverings every year. Karin, how you doing?
Very good, thank you.
Good to be with you. I interviewed you last year. We were in Atlanta. We're in Vegas now. Like I say, middle of the show, talk about how this show's comparing to Atlanta last year.
Well, first of all, this is the biggest show floor that we have had since 2008, so we're very excited about that. A lot of buzz going on. You know, part of bringing the show to Las Vegas was about really getting into the West Coast market and not just serving the regional Southeast that we kind of call home, but really to bring in some new exhibitors, some new attendees, and really get that West Coast feel to the show. So I think Atlanta was great. Atlanta was down home Southern hospitality, but now we're feeling, the excitement of Vegas and the attendees and exhibitors from the West Coast.
You were in Vegas, was it 2 or 3 years ago? Talk about how this compares to the last time you were here.
2011 was when we were last here, and we were in the Sands at that time, which is also a 2-level venue, but it's definitely a different feel to the lower level there. They've got lower ceilings and everything, and as you've probably seen at our show, exhibitors love to go big and tall here and hang their signs and everything. So I think here they had some different freedoms that were probably good, even though we were a little more space constrained. This is a long walkway to get down, but I think it's worth the walk. You see a lot of different things as you get down there.
Yeah, so we're at the Las Vegas Convention Center, which was probably one of the older convention centers here, but it's been remodeled, and we're in the southern area, which has somewhat of a narrow format to it. But it is working well, I've got to admit, and it's well lit, and like you said, the Sands does have a basement feel to the lower level. All right, so this is the 25th celebration, so talk a little bit about what you're doing around that.
Well, we're very excited that we're still here after 25 years and thriving. Like I said, biggest show floor since 2008. So clearly 25 years has not slowed us down, but we're raring to go and very excited about the next 25 years. We feel like we really bring a lot to serve this market, and being so strong for so long, I think demonstrates that we're really striving to stay vital and important to this market. We're having a party tonight at Hyde at the Bellagio, sold out. So we're very excited about that. People really want to celebrate our 25 years. And other than that, we did some very nice commemorative tiles. I don't know if you've seen them. You
mentioned the exhibit space is the biggest you've had since 2008. How's the attendance? I know it's mid-show. It's probably hard to track, but what kind of feel are you getting?
Attendance is a little bit less than what we had in Atlanta last year. I think ultimately we'll probably end flat to Atlanta, but it's a very different dynamic. It's definitely quality people from west of the Mississippi who are intermingling with our existing kind of clientele base. So we're really pretty excited by the fact that we are bringing new people to the show and hopefully getting them hooked on following us where we go in the future.
What are you doing to this show to make sure that this is the event? It's kind of, actually, I've noticed you have a slogan on your advertising, the ultimate tile and stone experience.
Well, part of that is looking at our education every year. And, this year we expanded some of the sessions. We definitely took a very, very fresh look at what the industry needed and actually did a little more feedback mid-cycle of planning to get the industry's input on it. We always look for industry people to provide input, but sometimes we're getting more and more feedback through the cycle. So we had sessions start the day before the show opened this time, that first time that we've done that I'm aware of. We also added keynote sessions each day that had a hospitality function to them, food, breakfast, lunch, etc., to really get people involved to come in, sit down, and hear what's going on in this industry from all the different vertical groups that we're looking at.
So this show is owned by 5 different entities. Are they all real happy with the way things are going?
Oh, yeah, I think they are. It's kind of like having 5 kids in a family. You always have to make sure that you're trying to serve each one's individual needs without abandoning the other one. So I think it's a delicate balance that they manage well with us and making sure that everybody stays happy. It's a good group.
I think you're already taking reservations for the show next year. Talk about how that's going and where you'll be.
We will be in Orlando next year, April 14th through 17th, and we are taking space selection opportunities now, and right now it's looking like it'll be even bigger than this year. So I think that's very representative of the fact that this industry is recovering from the economic downturn years ago, and that's what we're seeing. People are really reinvesting now.
You know, for many years, Coverings was just in Orlando. So it's kind of, like you say, it's kind of your home base, and I think a lot of people are glad to be going back there, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. We've been away for 2 years now. So this year and Atlanta last year. And I think, you know, they expect us to get back there regularly, and we're going to make sure that we do that going forward. We're looking at probably every other year being in Orlando. Yeah,
one of the benefits of Orlando is that you can put everybody on one floor, right?
Yes, definitely. And there's advantages to that, but, you know, it makes for a big floor, too.
That's right. Okay, Karin, it's great to talk to you again. Been talking to Karin Fendrich, who is the COO with NTP about Coverings, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.